In life, the fingers are not the same. What I'm gonna do probably will not suit you or the others. But what I can say, you have to commit yourself.
Every one of us works in a fast-paced world, and as much as we love our jobs in OQ, it can be hard to find the right balance. How can I give justice to the different facets of my life, my family, my health, and sometimes, most important of all, myself? Today we interview a man who may have cracked that formula and may have the answer we're all searching for. Thani Al Khalasi, family man, blood donor, basketball player and referee. My name is Fatin Al-Maouli, and this is the podcast. Welcome, Thani, and thank you for your time to be on this episode with us.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, Fatin, for hosting me on your show. I'm very pleased to be here with you.
Thank you. So, Thani, you have definitely cracked the code of finding the balance in life and with work. Before we get into all of those details, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and you as a young man?
Okay, my name is Thani Al Khalasi. As you know, my age is 47 years. I was born in Matrah during the 70s. I was among big family, you can say, as of now in these days. We are 12 brothers and sisters, but only 4 of us who are siblings.
MashaAllah.
Once I got married, I moved out from Rui to Darset, and later on I got the chance to buy a house in Adaibas, and since that time I am living in Adaiba.
MashaAllah.
Married, of course, alhamdulillah, with 5 kids.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
Boys, girls?
3 girls and 2 boys.
3 girls and 2 boys. يتربوا في عزك إن شاء الله.
Ameen.
So, as a young man, Thani, what were your hobbies? What did you like to do?
During the 80s, that time there is only one channel in the TV and nothing else. And just go with your friends outside playing whatever football or traditional games during that time, which is unfortunately our kids don't know about it these days.
Yeah. So, Thani, I also heard that you are into music. Can you tell us about that?
Well, the story with the music started during school time when I was singing with the group, the class. Coincidentally, there was in my neighborhood, my friends form a band, and I joined them. And I was not much having experience on playing music. One of my friends, he just started teaching me. I was having the talent, but I have no knowledge. Okay. From there I started, and then unfortunately the first band was stopped, and I moved to another band. This band was a bit professional. They were playing in weddings, ceremonies, and other public shows. Okay, companies also, some companies were having their own parties. But till 2003 it ends. During that time the bands were not much fan in the public. The DJ was taking over.
Okay, so you were in a band and you played in weddings and other public functions, and then you stopped because DJs took over. Do you still play on your own for yourself?
For myself, I do sometimes my own recording. I have my own channel in the YouTube. I posted some in my channel of YouTube.
What is your YouTube channel for our listeners?
Thani Al Khalasi.
And what do you play?
I play mostly keyboard and a bit of guitar.
So that was about the music. A little birdie told me that you're a good cook and your best dish is macaroni with bechamel. How did you get into cooking, Thani?
During my childhood, sometimes we'll be in the kitchen with my mother and we'll see how does she cooks, and sometimes I'll be helping her. My father was passed away when I was very young in age, so my mother was working. So sometimes we'll be at home alone. From there, I started, to take over sometime to do some cooking for myself and also my brothers and sisters.
And you just grew from there?
Yep. And I started watching here and there, taking some ideas. And I put my own touches when I do some cooking.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yalla, you should cook for us one time.
Inshallah. تفضل.
Inshallah. So, on a different note, moving into you as a professional, you have almost 27 years of experience in the field of operation.
Exactly.
And now you work under the transformation office in the Quick Wins.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about this. This is very interesting for me, having your large, extensive experience and then deciding to change. How did you choose to get into operation, and what made you decide to change?
Actually, I did not choose to be in the operation. My studies during the high school, or we can say during my time, there was technical schools, or even commercial schools. All right. So I studied in a vocational training institute. My profession should be electrician. I studied electrical.
Okay.
After graduation, I stayed around almost a year at home, just seeking for a job. And I heard that the refinery was offering jobs, and I applied. But that time they were looking for operators. So it was a different field that I have studied, but I started as an operator.
Okay.
Yeah. And I moved on from to be as a field operator to a panel operator. After that, I moved out from the shift work to general work as a maintenance coordinator for almost 5 years. After 5 years, I've got the chance to move out from technical and to be with the Quick Win team.
Okay. So what was the driving force to make you move away from operations?
You know, after long years of technical, you need to do something different, new challenge. When I heard that there is an opportunity in this section, I rushed to apply for it. And alhamdulillah, I got it.
Alhamdulillah. You're definitely a person who displays a lot of ability to change and to look for something new, as per everything that I know about you. And I wish you the best in your professional life, inshallah.
Thank you, inshallah.
I also know that you are one of the top 10% of blood donors in Oman.
Alhamdulillah.
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 MashaAllah. I hope we can all follow suit in your footsteps. How did that come about?
It's also started during my time when I was studying in the vocational training institute. They were inviting the blood bank to have the campaign for donation. But unfortunately, during that time, my age was not allowing, because the rule here to donate, you have to be 18 years old.
Okay.
Once I reached 18 years old, I went with my friends to the blood bank and started donating from that time. During that time, there was only blood donation. Okay, and every 3 months, 4 months, I'll be donating. I have committed myself since that time. And until they have introduced platelets donation.
Wow. And what does it mean to you? I mean, you've obviously committed yourself to doing this. Why is it so important for you to schedule it for every 3 or 4 months to go back?
You know, to see yourself saving lives is very big, thing.
Yeah.
And plus, it is for your own health. You know, every time you need to regenerate new blood in your system.
Right.
So this is one of the way to regenerate blood.
You're a very healthy man, mashallah, and obviously very fit. Whoever knows you can also attest to that. I know that you're also a basketball player and a referee. So another question coming up there.
Basketball started when I was in school. I played once in the class team, and that was the only game that I played until when I was in 9th grade, where I started officially when I joined my club, which I was playing with, Al Ahli club. And it was in 1989. And I moved on from level to level till I reached the time that Khalas Thani, his age, and he cannot, perform as he was. A new generation, whenever it comes, with more action. So I decided to, leave the way for them. new players, and I moved to officiating basketball. I started refereeing until I reached to having my international license in 2007. As of now, I'm a basketball referee, international license, but not active because the system has been changed recently from the federation. They are allowing having chairs in each federation, so we are having only 2 chairs in Oman.
Okay, so you're just waiting your turn.
Hopefully.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Well, we've talked about a lot of things. You as a family man, you as a sportsman, you as a community man, and you as a professional man. Obviously, there is so much going on in your life. And we'll get back to the question about cracking the code. How do you find the balance to do all of this, ensuring that every aspect of your life receives the proper amount of attention that it requires? What is your advice for all of us who are trying to find that balance?
Well, Fatin, as I have mentioned before, all your fingers on your hands are not the same. What works for me may not work for you. However, I find that once you set your priorities straight and understand your values, commitments, and importances in life, as well as your responsibilities, you then automatically are able to follow through with how much time and dedication to give to each aspect of your life. For example, what is important to me is my family, health, career, and my community. So it tells me that in every day of my life, I need to dedicate a good amount of time to my family, as they are my number one priority.
Okay.
Followed by my health, exercises, and hobbies, since they sustain my mental health, to ensure that I'm giving 100% in my job. All of this needs to be followed by a commitment, because if you don't have a commitment, then you are back to square one. So this is the formula that works for me. This doesn't come naturally. It takes time. Understand yourself, look within yourself, reflect on yourself, and remind yourself of what your values are, who you are, what you stand for in life, and what footprint you wish to leave behind. Have I cracked the code? Well, I don't know, but it certainly works for me. And I hope that you can take something out of it and make it work for you too.
Your mission and vision. Commit yourself. If you fall, get up and you can do it again, and just get it and do it.
Yes.
Thani, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing the little important nuggets of your life with the rest of us in OQ. And I appreciate having you here with us.
Thanks for you as well for having me here. It was an honor, and I hope that I was, a light guest. Not
A wonderful guest.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Thani.
Thank you very much.